Now let's discuss human reproduction. Before I begin with this, you need to understand the term that is sexual dimorphism. When you can differentiate male and female by just looking at external features, this is known as sexual dimorphism. It's known as sexual dimorphism. It means that we human beings, we show sexual dimorphism because by looking at external characters, you can differentiate a male from a female. And that characters that develop during the age of maturity or the age of puberty, they are known as secondary sexual characters. For example, if you talk about females, then in females the shoulders are not broad, but in case of males they have broad shoulders. If you talk about the hair, then on the body of males there are more hair and the skin is quite coarse, but in case of females there is less hair and the skin is not as much coarse. So these points, for example, again I will give you one more example. In case of males, there on the face there is beard and moustache, but in females it is not so. So these are the secondary sexual characters that differentiate a male from a female, right? So that is why when you can externally differentiate between a male and a female, we call it as sexual dimorphism. We call it as sexual dimorphism. Moving on to the developmental periods. Then the developmental periods are classified into two on major basis. We have embryonic period, which is also known as prenatal period, and we have post-embryonic period, which is also known as postnatal period. Now in case of embryonic period, this period is a period that a child or a baby spends in the womb of the mother. So before birth. So this period is till the time the baby is not born, right? This is known as embryonic period or prenatal period. Then we have post-embryonic period or postnatal period. This is a period which starts from the birth of the baby till the death of the individual, right? It begins with the birth till the death. So it's known as post-embryonic period, or you can say postnatal period. Now what are the major events that undergo during human reproduction? Let's discuss the major reproductive events. First of all, we have gametogenesis. Now what is gametogenesis? Gametogenesis means the formation of gametes. So when you talk about the formation of gametes, it's like in case of males, this process is known as spermatogenesis. It is known as spermatogenesis. While in case of females, it is known as oogenesis. It's known as oogenesis. Now first of all, when you become sexually mature, what is going to happen? There are going to be certain changes, the development of secondary sexual characters, right? So there is formation of gametes, that is sperms in case of males, which we call it as spermatogenesis, and egg or ova in case of females, that we call as oogenesis. So when there is availability of the gametes for reproduction, then the next process is insemination. Insemination means the passage of the sperms inside the female genital tract, means the sperms are going to enter the female genital tract. This is known as insemination. After they enter, one sperm is going to fuse with one egg to form the first cell of life that we call as zygote. This is known as fertilization, means fusion of egg with a sperm to form zygote is known as fertilization. After the formation of zygote, the zygote is going to divide multiple times to form blastocyst, and this process of formation of blastocyst is known as cleavage. So the divisions, the multiple divisions which is going to result into a blastocyst is known as cleavage. After that, that blastocyst is going to implant itself to the uterine wall, which we call as implantation. That blastocyst is going to implant itself to the uterine wall, which we call as implantation. After that, a very special tissue develops, that is known as placenta, which forms actually a connecting link between the growing baby and the mother, right? So this placentation process is very important, in which this placenta is formed, which forms a connecting link between the mother and the baby. After that we have gastrulation. Now the blastocyst stage is going to change into gastrula stage. So we have the formation of gastrula with 3 primary germ layers. We have the formation of gastrula with 3 primary germ layers. Then the organs are going to develop. This is known as organogenesis. Specific organs, specific tissues are going to develop, which is known as organogenesis. Then after this, the fetus or the baby is completely formed. Now it's time for childbirth. So childbirth is known as parturition. It is known as parturition. So these are the major events that occur during human reproduction. So we have gametogenesis, then insemination, then fertilization, then cleavage, implantation, placentation, gastrulation, organogenesis and parturition. So this was a brief idea that I wanted to give you before I start with human reproduction. So I hope that what is sexual dimorphism, what are the 2 developmental periods and what are the various stages during reproduction are clear to you.